that's what we want. When we have our shows up, the alumni come back. They come and help, but they're like, I'm not missing it. We want them to feel like they're at home, and that's where I think that family bond comes in.
Yes.
As I say, I'm a grown adult, but I still want mommy hugs.
Yeah.
I still want to go home. I still want to eat auntie's food or go by daddy, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But we hope Spirit is like that for them too. So wherever they go, they could come back. They feel like they're family. They can be the big sisters to the dancers and and all that stuff. It's just a community.
Absolutely. And you started touching on it. So that response from, students or even parents and the alumni ahead of the events, what has that been like so far?
It's been great. Again, the parents are super supportive. We couldn't do this without them. I mean, really and truly, I message them all the time, like, thanks for making your beautiful children. I get to coach them and have them all day. Thanks for sharing them with us, because they are a big support and they do sacrifice a lot, and we do acknowledge that. All of their families. I mean, we do with our time, of course they do.
Yes.
Moms, dads dropping them home, sometimes grandma's picking dancers up, cousins coming or whatever. So we really do get to see the extended family involved for rehearsals and, of course, coming for competitions and performances to support. So it's just great that we do have that support, within the dance team itself and, of course, our personal families. I mean, even our coaches, parents, and siblings will come and support. So that's nice, too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, what message would you share with persons thinking about attending the recital this weekend?
Oh, enjoy and relax. It's a lot of fun. As Coach Cyan, my junior coach and captain here, it is two vibrant events, I'll say with two little different vibes, basically. As she said, the reflection show really is reflecting on the entire academy, from our 3-year-olds to 5-year-olds in our intro classes all the way up to our advanced level dance and acro, which is nice to see the growth. We do have locations in our home studio in Maraval, as well as in San Fernando. So it's nice for everyone to see, I like to say, the Southies meet up with the Maraval students and vice versa. So it is really cool to see both locations come together to get an idea of the whole product of the entire school. Absolutely. Sunday is same, I'll say, students who are recreational team who auditioned, who are now a competitive dance team. And as Coach Cyan said, as she said, she is part of the competitive dance team as well. So that is more of like, I won't say the real dancing. Everybody's doing the dancing, but I'll say more of the technical, intricate dancing that we do competitively, which is just on another level. They're harder, more advanced routines, more endurance kind of thing. But overall, the costumings of both shows will be nice. Seeing from the little ones to the big ones, and just watching, I'll say, the transition of, I'll say, for a new family with a little one, what could be if they continue to see them at their level and that kind of thing. So it's good to see the growth of all of our stages, from the beginners, of the first day beginners to our, I'll say, our veterans,
Yes.
That's a nice experience. And then again, the competition team, the champions show on Sunday, just promoting what we do at an international choreography standard. Some of the routines they would have competed already. Some are new. Some they would have competed some, and some new. Go ahead.
There's also SJC Wolves.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Shout out them.
They are St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph. They have a dance team as well. They will also be a part of the show on the Sunday because they also compete with us. So they are under Spirit. They are just in a secondary school.
Nice. So Coach Taryn, the other director, she actually started a dance team within St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph. So they do, as she said, they compete and stuff under us, but they do have their own standalone dance team with the school. So when sports day and stuff, they perform. They just performed in the Spark secondary competition. And but it's nice to represent like a school team, and then we have like our academy. We have dancers from all over the country, literally. So that's nice to see. Really, Trinidad and Tobago blend together. Yeah, absolutely. So that's very fun and nice. And I just want to give a little shout out on our journey. I meant to say this earlier, but we would like to just recognize, and you're kind of asking like where we started to where we are. This is like hugely important in terms of our partnership. We want to thank Fitness Center. They literally were, where we had that one student, a couple of acromats. We did it in Starlight, Digger Martin Fitness Center, and we used the aerobics room. And we are very grateful to have grown to where we are now in Fitness Center Marvel. So it's very nice to still have that partnership with them. As long as in San Fernando, we do classes in Novel Sports, which is like a sports complex in Naparima Boys College. And they have been wonderful as well. So I just want to make sure we call them out because they have been super supportive, and the partnership with them have been tremendous. And we just hope we continue with them and keep that up. So it's, you know, it's always nice to have that as well.
Absolutely.
So
now, on a fun side of asking questions, do you believe that dance should be in the Olympics?
Yes. Of course you say yes. I would love it. I think it's on its way though. I mean, because there's a lot of worlds, and I think it's getting there. But I would definitely love that for sure. I mean, personally.
Same here.
That would be, I know, right? That would be wonderful. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but phenomenal.
I feel like we work just as hard as those Olympic athletes. So
Of course. I mean, we call them athletes.
I was just about to say, dance is not just, dancers. You guys are athletes as well. And it takes a lot, it really does. I think people, sometimes they underappreciate how much a dancer will go through, or a dance athlete will go through. It's just the same.
I remind them, and everybody in general, any professional or good athlete, make it look easy. You know what I mean? If we all were on stage struggling, I mean, we need some more practice, right? So to do it to that level is work, because you have to build up to that. So of course when you get up to that, it seems easy, but obviously when you do it, it's quite challenging, but they're definitely athletes for sure. I mean, I'm a 100% fan of just sports in general. That whole team sports thing is like way up my alley, so.
I can see it. I can definitely see it. Now, Cheyenne, we heard it from Coach how, from that holistic level, how she hopes to impact the dances coming up. How would you say dance has, changed your life, or even made that difference where you're at a stage you're noticing that change?
I personally love dance. Dance is like, especially spirits, is like a home. So after a hard day, to come to dance is like relieving, because after a hard day of school and exams, it's like, oh, I get to see all my dance friends. They're very exciting. We all come together in the studio as one. So if somebody's having a bad day, I know I could go to my teammates and they would cheer me up immediately. If I have no food, they'll feed me. So dance just impacts my life like really big. It does, especially how I look forward to coming to dance every Sunday. So I know for a fact, okay, I had a bad week, I have dance on Sunday, I'll be good to start my new week. So yes, dance impacts my life a lot.
It basically helps you reset
Yes.
for when the week is starting.
Yes.
Now, for persons looking on, and they want to be a part of Spirits Academy, how do they go about that registration process? And even for as little as 3, they want to come and tour and start off as young as they could. Parents looking on. What is that process like?
Okay, good. Great question. Follow us on Instagram. So Spirit Academy TT on social media. We have Instagram and Facebook. And then our email is spiritacademytt@gmail.com. On our Instagram and Facebook page, if you go to the bio section, there is a link. You can click on it for registration and go from there. You just fill out the information, we will get an email, and then you'll get information sent back on how to go to the further steps. Again, we have classes in Maraval and San Fernando. Maraval is our home studio, and then we have classes in San Fernando as well. So you just click like which location you want, and basically go from there. We'll send like the course schedule and catalog, so they'll see what classes we offer. Again, starting from intro to acro all the way up to advanced acro classes, intro to dance, to a variety of dance classes, and they'll see which days, which location, and go from there,
It sounds great. I know persons looking on definitely saying, I am going to check it out, and I'm going to join my children, or even young persons looking on saying, I definitely want to be a part of this family, this First Academy family.
Great.
And even for the weekend, what is the time that persons can come out to support, and what is the location, and is there like tickets involved? How do we come out to support?
For the show, I'll start with tickets. You can also go on our Instagram or Facebook. There's a link for tickets. There is a I'll say a day ticket for Saturday.
Right.
That is $225 for the Saturday only. If you want to do the competition team show champions, that is $250.
Yeah.
And then if you want a weekend pass to get both shows, that is $350.
Oh, okay.
So you can just go online. We're doing everything online. There will be a few tickets at the door, but I would go online if you can.
Yeah.
That's kind of, just for, I'll say anyone who really needs to at the door, but online would be better. The other thing is, sorry, was the other question?
No problem. The timing and location.
The show is at Napa both days.
Okay.
Both shows start at 5 o'clock.
Nice.
Yes, and it will go, I'll say a couple hours, I'll say 2.5 from start to finish by the time everything goes through. So I'll say about 5 to about 7:30.
Okay.
Showtime on Saturday and Sunday.
Nice.
So yeah, it's nice.
And it falls within a good, that perfect time bracket.
Yeah.
It's an evening, it's chill, everyone.
Right, not too late,
Not
but
too-
you start your day, but then come join us for the evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a nice vibe. It's this is like one of my favorite times. We do it every other year or so.
Okay.
But the show was always one of my favorite. We were just actually talking this morning and saying that we have dress rehearsals today, and I was like, even with one of the coaches yesterday, we were like, oh, dress rehearsal is like one of our favorite days because it really is. The entire academy comes together. Not everyone sees each other because of the two locations, So we do have a crew that is based in San Fernando, a crew that's based in Marval. So they kind of see each other here and there, but this weekend is when everybody comes together, so it's really fun. It's one of my favorite weekends.
I can just imagine that, and getting those dress fittings and seeing
Yeah.
everything come to life, the uniforms
yeah.
itself, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's actually happening.
Yes, girl, there'll be
Let's-
tears. Trust me.
I can just
I'm
imagine.
the coach that's always crying when they get dressed and it just, as you say, it comes together. I mean, it really is heartwarming to see that because you know the lot of the hard work that goes into it.
Yes.
Just the time, the commitment, the long nights, the no sleeping. I can't sleep, so I'm stressing over choreography or whose costume is this, and make sure we pack everything, all those things. So when it happens, it's like we made it, we made it. So it is nice to see them up there, and then just to see how much fun they're having.
Yeah.
I think that's the most rewarding thing,
It definitely sounds like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, anyone looking on and just hearing how passionate you guys are, she and Shy and yourself, just, being able to see it from that coach as, she is a junior coach as well, but more so that turns it into that junior coach position. It really is, inviting and it's welcoming.
Yeah.
So I must commend you guys on it. It truly is admirable what y'all are doing. And I hope you guys can continue with it. So
thank you.
besides the weekend plans, what are some other future plans for the Spirit Academy?
We actually have some local events that we've been asked to perform, so we're looking forward to that. Competitions again.
Yes.
We have our team auditions coming up in June.
Oh.
Yeah, so check that out. If you follow us on social media and you're interested in our team. We will post when we have auditions and stuff, but that will be coming up soon. Let's see. Well, summer, we usually do summer camp.
Okay.
So that's a fun one for anyone.
Yeah.
So summer camp will be coming up. We also have done autism awareness.
That's
Yes, so a little side comment. I'm a speech language pathologist as well. I'm licensed in the States. So I'm big on the autistic community and children that need, just help with speech and language development.
Yeah.
So we have done autism. She actually helped too. Last year we did autism awareness and did movement classes for children with autism. And we'll probably do something in the summer again. We didn't get to do it during April this round just because of the scheduling of the show and everything, but we will definitely push for something for summer. So look out for that. But I'll see what's the next few things.
And lastly, of course, a person's looking on and, they may have 2 left feet. Can they still come and be a part of Sports Academy?
Course. That's what we do as dancers. We fix feet. We fix feet. That's what we do as dancers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody started somewhere, and I always remind, and this is back to reflections.
Yeah.
And even for them, we've asked them, we reflect all the time on Sunday.
Aw.
Yeah, because they have to. It's good. It's humbling for everybody.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they get frustrated themselves and wrapped up on when we're getting ready for a competition, we're working on this routine, we have all these rehearsals, and come on guys, and it's tense.
Yeah.
And we need to take a moment, girls, look where we came from, look where you came from. Some of you were the 4-year-old who didn't have a cartwheel,
Wow.
Yeah. Some of them may have been the ones crying when mommy dropped them off. Oh. And now they're like, Mom, go, have dance, you know? But I'm just saying, look back. Yeah. This is all progress, you know? So bring your 2 left feet, come, we will help you. Yeah. You'll start somewhere, and everything's a journey. Just as I would say, the key to everything is just being open, being willing to be open, and honestly willing to be a learner. Wow. I think that is the key. If you're just willing to take correction, because I will give you feedback, that's how you get better, or any coach, if you're willing to accept that, then you'll be fine. And have fun. Yeah. Enjoy it.
I love it. Guys.
Yeah.
I really love it. I love the message behind it. I love what it's all about. It truly is inspiring.
Oh,
and like I said, it's very admirable. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And hopefully with more things coming up, we can have you guys come back and share and remind the public that hey, we're here. This is what we're doing, and it's more than just dance. You're getting to take away life lessons with this as well.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much. It's an honor being here. We appreciate you having us. Absolutely. And come to the show.
Guys, we are about to take a short break, but when we come back, we have another engaging conversation, so stay with us.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
Knowing how to tell authentic is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Find it, match it, search it. Step 1. Find the style number on the tag. Step 2. Match the style number inside the jersey with the number on the tag. Step 3. Search it. A quick Google search of the style number will verify the jersey is authentic when the search results match the jersey being searched. Don't be fooled by counterfeit jerseys. Before you buy, remember to find it, match it, search it.
Fan Zone, 2 locations nationwide. Center City Mall, Chaguanas and Movietown, Port of Spain. Nationwide delivery available.
Hi, I am Emiliana Beechan and I am a mental health and conflict resolution consultant. Welcome to Mind Matters, the show where we explore the intricate world of mental health and the art of conflict resolution. Join us as we hear from mental health professionals, conflict resolution experts, and everyday people who have transformed their lives through understanding and communication. Mind Matters, WESN Content Capital.
Our award-winning show is back, and this season promises to be even more exciting than before. What's Up, Doc isn't just a title, it's a call to action for anyone who wants to improve their health and well-being. Join us on this thrilling ride towards better health on WESN Content Capital.
Are you driven, ambitious, and ready to earn? WESN, the Content Capital, is expanding, and we're looking for dynamic media sales executives to join our team. Sell powerful advertising solutions across television, digital, and social media platforms, and help brands tell their story. If you have strong communication skills, a passion for sales, and the drive to succeed, join WESN today. Send your CV to marketing@wsncc.com or WhatsApp 68-61662 and start building your future.
The home of Caribbean content is growing, and we welcome you to be a part of the #1 platform for young personalities who are driven to make a positive impact in society. As we continue to reach every corner of Trinidad and Tobago through our daily broadcasts, our social media pages, or through our 75+ digital billboards across the nation, contact us to learn about our competitive rates via marketing@wesncc.com or call us at 628-5835. WESN Content Capital, television with a difference.
You are watching Strictly Legal on WESN Content Capital. Just give an overview of what exactly is that split arrangement.
Nah, you don't need to register nothing. We can do that another time. But then it becomes a hit, and then everybody starts to want to claim.
The laws that predate many of the independent countries' constitutions are going to be those colonial laws.
We know there are an infinite amount of circumstances that would lead to a murder.
I have a great idea and I have a great concept, but until it's actually expressed, it does not become intellectual property.
Accomplishments or targets of a forensic accountant is to quantify what may have been lost.
We believe we defend criminals and we manipulated the law and we exploiting the system.
A responsible journalist will reach out to the person who they have the information on for a comment.
This is 10 Questions. I'm Andy Johnson. The distance from where we should be in the world in going forward and our commitments with climate change.
The effects of climate change that cannot be accounted for. It's called loss and damage, and we're seeing loss and damage happening so much more in this decade and the previous decade.
The principal term there was this question of the correspondent banking issues.
That is why we're trying to build capacity with this country here, Trinidad and Tobago, and other countries in the region.
Man is not showing any signs of stopping or even slowing down. More than half of the forest in Trinidad is already gone.
All the plants and all the animals and all of the nice clean water and fresh air and everything had to be on this planet for humanity to have a chance.
We have small change when it comes to countries that can take decisions, and when they speak, the world listens.
The General Assembly is a very democratic forum. And Trinidad and Tobago has the same vote as Canada, in spite of the obvious difference in size.
This is Face of Sports, WESN Content Capital. How you felt about the kiss on the lip?
That's the business. I'm not to do with that.
I find that was distasteful.
The national senior team, whether you like it or not, that is the model for all other teams to follow.
I'm assuming that the regional requirement may be a much stricter requirement.
This is not about Pro League and Super League. This is a league run by the Normalization Committee that I'm responsible for.
Nobody expected FIFA to fund this arrangement.
If we don't get a professional attitude towards this, we are doomed for failure.
You break the balance, trip the leg, control the body.
They ain't gonna stand put forever.
Why you want the Chiefs to lose so? Why you want the Chiefs to lose so?
They already have two. Lamar don't
Why?
have.
You're jealous because you know the Chiefs getting closer to the Patriots. Let's go to the last part.
No,
let's go to the last part.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, the Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378, or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.
Knowing how to tell authentic is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Find it, match it, search it. Step 1. Find the style number on the tag. Step 2. Match the style number inside the jersey with the number on the tag. Step 3. Search it. A quick Google search of the style number will verify the jersey is authentic when the search results match the jersey being searched. Don't be fooled by counterfeit jerseys. Before you buy, remember to find it, match it, search it.
Fan Zone, 2 locations nationwide. Center City Mall, Chaguanas and Movietown, Port of Spain. Nationwide delivery available.
Hi, I am Emiliana Beechan and I am a mental health and conflict resolution consultant. Welcome to Mind Matters, the show where we explore the intricate world of mental health and the art of conflict resolution. Join us as we hear from mental health professionals, conflict resolution experts, and everyday people who have transformed their lives through understanding and communication. Mind Matters, WESN Content Capital.
Our award-winning show is back, and this season promises to be even more exciting than before. What's Up, Doc isn't just a title. It's a call to action for anyone who wants to improve their health and well-being. Join us on this thrilling ride towards better health on WESN Content Capital.
Are you driven, ambitious, and ready to earn? WESN, the Content Capital, is expanding, and we're looking for dynamic media sales executives to join our team. Sell powerful advertising solutions across television, digital, and social media platforms, and help brands tell their story. If you have strong communication skills, a passion for sales, and the drive to succeed, join WESN today. Send your CV to marketing@wsncc.com or WhatsApp 68-61662 and start building your future.
The home of Caribbean content is growing, and we welcome you to be a part of the #1 platform for young personalities who are driven to make a positive impact in society. As we continue to reach every corner of Trinidad and Tobago through our daily broadcasts, our social media pages, or through our 75+ digital billboards across the nation, contact us to learn about our competitive rates via marketing@wesncc.com or call us at 628-5835. WESN Content Capital, television with a difference.
You are watching Strictly Legal on WESN Content Capital. Just give an overview of what exactly is that split arrangement.
Nah, you don't need to register nothing. We can do that another time. But then it becomes a hit, and then everybody starts to want to claim.
The laws that predate many of the independent countries' constitutions are going to be those colonial laws.
We know there are an infinite amount of circumstances that would lead to a murder.
I have a great idea and I have a great concept, but until it's actually expressed, it does not become intellectual property.
Accomplishments or targets of a forensic accountant is to quantify what may have been lost.
We believe we defend criminals and we manipulated the law and we exploiting the system.
A responsible journalist will reach out to the person who they have the information on for a comment.
This is 10 Questions. I'm Andy Johnson. The distance from where we should be in the world in going forward on our commitments with climate change.
The effects of climate change that cannot be accounted for. It's called loss and damage, and we're seeing loss and damage happening so much more in this decade and the previous decade.
The principal term there was this question of the correspondent banking issues.
That is why we're trying to build capacity with this country here, Trinidad and Tobago, and other countries in the region.
Man is not showing any signs of stopping or even slowing down. More than half of the forest in Trinidad is already gone.
All the plants and all the animals and all of the nice clean water and fresh air and everything had to be on this planet for humanity to have a chance.
We have small change when it comes to countries that can take decisions, and when they speak, the world listens.
The General Assembly is a very democratic forum. I mean, and Trinidad and Tobago has the same vote as Canada in spite of the obvious difference in size.
This is Face of Sports, WESN Content Capital. How you felt about the kiss on the lip?
That's the business. I'm nothing to do with that.
I find that was distasteful. The national senior team, whether you like it or not, that is the model for all other teams to follow.
I'm assuming that the regional requirement may be a much stricter requirement.
This is not about Pro League and Super League. This is a league run by the Normalization Committee that I'm responsible for.
Nobody expected FIFA to fund this arrangement.
If we don't get a professional attitude towards this, we are doomed for failure.
You break the balance, trip the leg, control the body.
They ain't gonna stand put forever.
Why you want the Chiefs to lose so? Why you want the Chiefs to lose so?
They already have two. Lamar don't
Why?
have.
You're jealous because you know the Chiefs getting closer to the Patriots. Let's go to the last part.
No,
of the game.
no.
Let's go to the last part.
Welcome back. As Trinidad and Tobago continues to celebrate the many cultures that shape its identity as a multicultural nation, organizers are preparing to officially launch the Pan-African Festival TT 2026 and commemorate African Liberation Day on Sunday, 24th of May. With this, we dive into our weekend plans segment. The event, hosted by the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, will celebrate African history, resilience, culture, and unity under the theme Igniting African Consciousness, Dismantling Colonial Legacies. Organizers say the festival is intended to educate, inspire, and bring together people while highlighting the importance of preserving and honoring the rich African contribution to Trinidad and Tobago's diverse cultural landscape. Director of the ESCTT, Dr. Asha Kambun, joins us this morning to talk further on this. Good morning.
Good morning, dear. How are you?
I'm great, and you?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Now, what is the vision behind the Pan-African Festival TT 2026?
Well, the festival, the vision behind it has been to provide an opportunity where people of Trinidad and Tobago can not just hear about or see something that helps them understand what emancipation means to African people in Trinidad and Tobago, or what it should mean, because there's very little in-depth exposure to emancipation, say in our education system, say in primary school or in secondary school. So the vision has always been to help people experience it. So it's learning through experience. It's like an experiential process. Yeah. By that we mean when you participate in the festival, you learn, but you experience, you feel, you get a deeper understanding, since you've missed that understanding through the education processes that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. So the vision has always been to help our own society and then people who visit us to experience what that emancipation process must be like and the challenges that we face.
Wow. And this year's theme is Igniting African Consciousness, Dismantling Colonial Legacies. What message are the organizers hoping to send out with this?
Well, for us this year, This is something that, let's say, it links to last year's theme as well. So it's not just completely different, in the sense that, Bob Marley said it very easily. He said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So igniting African consciousness, in a way, says, emancipate yourself from what you don't know about your history, your culture, the bravery, the courage, the sacrifice of your own ancestors and the people who shaped Trinidad and Tobago, and then allow that knowledge to help you grow and achieve. And when we say dismantling colonial legacies, we're talking about removing those constraints, both in our personal lives and in the society, that that block us from being able to bring into being the kind of society that we would like. We would like, of course, a society that respects all people, respects people based on their culture, understands what their culture is and how it's practiced and what it means to them. So that when we do that for African people whose culture and whose knowledge and whose contribution to Trinidad and Tobago is just unknown. I mean, it's like a, I mean, people participate in the culture every single day almost. I mean, I'm sure you have rice and peas, pigeon peas and rice. You have callaloo. You have Benny balls out of Tobago. These are things that we do naturally, but we give no, we don't know, so we don't acknowledge or recognize the source of those things.
Wow. And it's funny how you mentioned that, because it really is true. Sometimes we're just doing it so naturally, but we don't know where it comes from. Now, with the festival, how does this festival aim to educate that younger generation about African history and identity?
Okay. As I mentioned at the beginning, the festival is an experiential process. I mean, people come from all parts of the world to participate in this process. And when they leave, they say, this is an amazing experience. I've never had that. I remember many years ago, Professor Ali Mazuri. Ali Mazuri is considered his name is almost sacred in terms of African history and in-depth understanding across the continent. And Ali Mazuri used to have before his passing, before his transition, he actually produced television programs in addition to being, of course, a renowned professor. Television programs about African history and culture. And he visited our festival. And he said for him, it was the greatest experience of the celebration of Africa outside of Africa. Wow. And that's why it's a slogan we use, but we use it, pardon me, we use it because it was given to us by someone who has the weight of knowledge and experience to be able to make such a statement about our festival.
Absolutely. And, we know Trinidad and Tobago is known for being a multicultural society. So how does, the Pan-African Festival contribute to celebrating that diversity?
Sure. Okay. And just one of the things, I mean, let me just say is that when the festival opens from Sunday, when we launch the festival on Sunday, activities just sort of, what shall I say, they bubble up constantly from that day right until August 1st. So that, for instance, and when people come to the launch on Sunday, they're going to get a taste of Iwa Africa, because there's going Iwa Africa, which is this year it's a flair for fashion. It is more than a fashion show. It is produced by Richard Young, and it brings African culture through fashion and through wear and through your material dress. It brings that to the population and offers that to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and we will see some of that at the launch on Sunday, which is at City Hall and at 5 p.m. Following that, a few weeks later, in early July, we have the Yoruba Drum Festival. And you were asking, how do young people get an opportunity to participate in the festival?
Yeah.
Well, the Yoruba Drum Festival, I mean, is an amazing expression of participation in drumming and dance by young people from across the country. So it is held in what is the Yoruba Square, which is part of a very, very small part that is recognized still as that larger part of the Yoruba village that grew up in the post-emancipation period. And although they weren't only people of the Yoruba-speaking language that lived in that community being what we now call East Port of Spain, Laventille, Mova, Belmont, Port of Spain, generally speaking, Barataria, even as far as that, all of that community was called Yoruba Village. And as I mentioned, not because the people from the African continent, only the Yoruba lived there. No, other people lived there, but because the Yoruba were so predominant, people called it Yoruba Village. And on that occasion, young people who drum and dance come to the Yoruba Village and sort of pay, acknowledge and commemorate that spirit of the Yoruba people and of African people who came and lived and developed Trinidad and Tobago in the post-emancipation period in that square. And it's predominantly young people who are the what shall I say, the creatives who give of their experience, who drum, who dance, who play music. It's quite beautiful. And on that occasion, I should say as well, we honor two young people from that community, that wider East Port of Spain community, Sea Lots, Beetham Gardens, as I said, Belmont, Mova, and so on. We select two young people who have been recommended by community members as in recognition of the Day of the African Child. And so they might either be young people who have succeeded in their academic area, in the sports area, or in the area of community development.
Wow, just wow. No, it truly is informative and insightful what you're sharing with us so far. And, can you tell us why is it important for all citizens, regardless of, that background, to learn and appreciate African culture and heritage?
Okay, I think that's for me a very easy question. Because if we just start with the fact that Trinidad and Tobago is a multicultural society,
right?
If we start with that fact, then it's important for each group that live in this society to understand the contributions of people of the different groups. And unfortunately, and also, let me just start by saying that because of the contribution of African people, who were the first group of people who were brought here to be enslaved, they weren't brought as slaves, they were brought to be enslaved, and that's important. They were brought as human beings, with their culture, with their with their own beliefs, with their own language, with their own dance, with their own notion of food, with the notion of how they would live and so on. And when they were brought here, they were enslaved for the wealth of others. And because they fought and resisted that enslavement, they brought into being in this entire Western Hemisphere, not just in little Trinidad and Tobago, they brought into being a new world. They brought into being a world where slavery, chattel slavery, the use of one human being by others became illegal. It was no longer recognized. Yes? So by struggling against that method of organizing your society, where some could sit back and relax and allow and force others to work on their behalf, that level of exploitation, African people who were brought here to be enslaved, by fighting against that, they ended that notion of chattel slavery in the Caribbean and in the Western Hemisphere, because through the struggles of our brothers and sisters out of Haiti, who declared the first Black Republic, and therefore the first republic in the Western Hemisphere, and the first constitution that said all men are really equal. You know, we get those words, we think they came from the American Constitution, but the American Constitution did not say all men were born equal. They said all white men were born equal, and so on. So the notion of freedom and humanity, in a sense, from the struggles of African people in the Caribbean, we can boldly say that we gave those notions to the society. And so others who came after us, such as our brothers and sisters from India, who were brought here to be indentured, yes, and work as indentured persons, they could not be brought here to be enslaved because of the struggles of African people. So that's just part of it. But then each group made their contributions to the society. And what is very, what is quite damning, if I can use that word, about Trinidad and Tobago is that because it viewed the enslavement of Africans as such a horrible act and so horrific, it decided to sort of deny everything else about us. So that's why people don't know that, say, for instance, is it October or November, 1st and 2nd, that people go and clean graves and light them up and bring flowers and so on. We call it All Souls and All Saints Day. That practice, although it came with Christianity, is really a practice of African people across the continent, which is a respect for your ancestors and those who have made their transition into another area, another realm, as we would say, in the African belief system. We would say they're still with us. They're all around us, but not that we can see them, and they're not in our form. So that idea of paying respect to our ancestors, which we hold dear, we gave that to the society as a whole. And everybody goes to clean graves and to put candles and to put flowers on the graves of their ancestors. And they did that because of the culture of African people.
Yeah. And how has Pan-African movement, evolved in Trinidad and Tobago over the years?
The Pan-African movement, really, the Caribbean and Trinidad and Tobago in particular, has been, what shall I say, we've been one of those entities that have really ignited the Pan-African movement. And why can I say that? I say that because we had, since the very early days, and I'll use the name of George Padmore as one of them, but I can share with you others before him. But George Padmore is a significant figure because he was born in Trinidad and Tobago, left Trinidad and Tobago, went abroad, and oops, forgive me, I've got a I should have taken that down. Oh my heavens, sorry. Right, forgive me.
That's okay.
Yes, George Padmore was such a unique figure. He was selected by Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana to be in his cabinet. Yes, a Trinidad and Tobago born activist and lawyer and scholar was selected by the first Prime Minister of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, to be a member of his cabinet and to be responsible for African affairs. There is a library in Ghana in the name of George Padmore. Wow. We don't know that. And people from Trinidad and Tobago should actually be visiting Ghana just to see that library of George Padmore, and to see the what do they have, those you have a light, a symbolic flame in where he was buried, to recognize him forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And that's one of our sons of the soil. And before him was Henry Sylvester Williams, who actually organized the first Pan-African conference in England. So Pan-African ideas and notions are not new to Trinidad and Tobago. Actually, we contributed and gave those ideas to the world.
Yeah. And in terms of looking at that culture perspective, how would you say, or what roles does culture play in preserving identity as well as, empowering communities?
Culture is really, really essential. I mean, we are seeing almost, what shall I say, almost a disintegration of our society. We are witnessing it. People are, as we would say in the old days, holding their head and bawling because of the way in which the social, what shall I say, how to call it, the way in which our society is disintegrating and what do I mean by that? I mean when you see young little ones like the incident that has occurred in Tobago, little children losing their lives by adults who should be protecting and safeguarding them. There's something wrong. There's something missing. When we see the way in which people treat the elders, someone goes into their home to ransack for, especially around the time when people think they're getting their pensions. You have a lot of these what they call them home invasions, and so on, robbery at your home, and the society has become very brutish, very, and it is because we've lost our way in terms of what is our culture, what are the values that hold our society together. And one group alone cannot carry the values and their culture and sort of discard and encourage the rest of the society to discard their culture and their value systems.
Right.
You will have a society that, as Chinua Achebe told us, things will fall apart. Things hold together when people have a sense of who they are, understand the dignity of their life. We see that children the society has reached a point, I mean, it's very tragic, where a very small proportion of our children actually succeed at the education system. Something's wrong. An education system that is meant to allow the entire society to achieve and to grow and to be able to contribute finds itself with just a narrow group of our children being able to succeed. It should say to those policymakers that something is missing. And one of those missing things is the dignity, the respect, the regard that the society is able to show for all members of the society. So that's why really recognition and acknowledgement and practice and respect of our culture, of all cultures in the society, is important, because then it allows everyone to achieve and to grow and to develop.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Dr. Asher, lastly, what message would you like to, leave with the public, or like the public to take away from this year's observance and festival launch?
Well, I want to encourage them to come, bring the family, bring granny, bring the children, bring the young people, and the young people come on your own. There's more to our existence than just, it might seem like that's what we are. That's what's encouraged, that the only thing you should do is fet. But no, sometimes it's very interesting and enjoyable to participate in other activities that both give you a sense of dignity and fulfillment and are actually fun. So I want to suggest that if they come to the launch on Sunday at the City Hall at 5 p.m., they're going to find it interesting. They're going to find it fun, because there are going to be artistic expressions of our culture. And at the same time, we're going to learn something. Absolutely. So do join us on Sunday, and then the entire festival will open up to you, and you'll get an understanding of what's happening throughout the festival period from now until August 1st this year. So do join us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asher, for coming on this morning and having this conversation. It was very timely as well as informative. And I do hope the viewers take away something that could, set apart or make them shift their perspective on what they would have thought they know or knew from before to something more insightful now. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we are about to take a short break. When we come back, we have another engaging conversation, so stay with us.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios, but they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
Knowing how to tell authentic is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Find it, match it, search it. Step 1. Find the style number on the tag. Step 2. Match the style number inside the jersey with the number on the tag. Step 3. Search it. A quick Google search of the style number will verify the jersey is authentic when the search results match the jersey being searched. Don't be fooled by counterfeit jerseys. Before you buy, remember to find it, match it, search it.
Fan Zone, 2 locations nationwide. Center City Mall, Chaguanas and Movietown, Port of Spain. Nationwide delivery available.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, the Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity, from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378, or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.
Are you driven, ambitious, and ready to earn? WESN, the content capital, is expanding, and we're looking for dynamic media sales executives to join our team. Sell powerful advertising solutions across television, digital, and social media platforms, and help brands tell their story. If you have strong communication skills, a passion for sales, and the drive to succeed, join WESN today. Send your CV to marketing@wsncc.com or WhatsApp 6861662 and start building your future.
Pastor J, I want to get a tattoo.
You really want
to me. Respond to me. How you would respond to me?
The first question I'd ask is why.
Controversial taboo topics.
We get so consumed by church, we forget that we have to live the life of being a Christian outside of the Sunday.
Like you say,
services.
we think going to a service makes us a Christian.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So here we are about to hear the second time Pastor J wanted to take a tattoo.
Would have been late last year and early this year.
Oh gosh.
Hope Unfiltered podcast with Pastor J and Ren.
Hi, I am Emiliana Beechan and I am a mental health and conflict resolution consultant. Welcome to Mind Matters, the show where we explore the intricate world of mental health and the art of conflict resolution. Join us as we hear from mental health professionals, conflict resolution experts, and everyday people who have transformed their lives through understanding and communication. Mind Matters, WESN Content Capital.
Our award-winning show is back, and this season promises to be even more exciting than before. What's Up, Doc isn't just a title. It's a call to action for anyone who wants to improve their health and well-being. Join us on this thrilling ride towards better health on WESN Content Capital.
This is 10 Questions. I'm Andy Johnson. The distance from where we should be in the world in going forward on our commitments with climate change.
The effects of climate change that cannot be accounted for, it's called loss and damage, and we're seeing loss and damage happening so much more in this decade and the previous decade.
The principal term there was this question of the correspondent banking issues.
That is why we're trying to build capacity with this country here, Trinidad and Tobago, and other countries in the region. Man is not showing any signs of stopping or even slowing down. More than half of the forest in Trinidad is already gone.
All the plants and all the animals and all of the nice clean water and fresh air and everything had to be on this planet for humanity to have a chance.
We have small change when it comes to countries that can take decisions, and when they speak, the world listens.
The General Assembly is a very democratic forum. And Trinidad and Tobago has the same vote as Canada, in spite of the obvious difference in size.
Knowing how to tell authentic is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Find it, match it, search it. Step 1. Find the style number on the tag. Step 2. Match the style number inside the jersey with the number on the tag. Step 3. Search it. A quick Google search of the style number will verify the jersey is authentic when the search results match the jersey being searched. Don't be fooled by counterfeit jerseys. Before you buy, remember to find it, match it, search it.
Fan Zone, 2 locations nationwide. Center City Mall, Chaguanas and Movie Town, Port of Spain. Nationwide delivery available.
Take some time for yourself or spend some time with the family at Sandy Point Village Hotel. Enjoy our various studio and suite apartments, self-contained with their own kitchenettes and Wi-Fi. We also have our famous 100-foot swimming pool and our beachfront restaurant, the Steak and Lobster Grill. And our location in Crown Point puts us near the center of activity from the nylon pool to the local nightlife. Call us and make your reservations at 639-8533, 389-2378 or email us at sandypointvillagehotel@gmail.com.
Welcome back. Continuing with our Weekend Plans segment, in recognition of International Bee Day on May 20th, Buzz Concepts Limited is inviting the public to experience the sweet world of bees and honey at Honeyfest 2026, the first event of its kind in Trinidad and Tobago. The festival aims to educate patrons on the importance of bees to the environment while showcasing local honey products, vendors, family entertainment, and interactive learning experiences. The event is also designed to encourage greater environmental care and appreciation for pollinators and sustainable living. Managing Director Brendan Brathwaite joins us this morning to discuss more. Good morning, Brendan.
Morning, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I am fantastic as usual. This is like the day before the Mecca, so we're excited about it.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that we're getting to see that behind the scenes setup as well with it.
Well I can show you more. Well, what I did is I set up everything here by the stage waiting on the interview.
It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. So tell us, what inspired Buzz Concepts, Limited to launch Honeyfest 2026, especially as this is the first of its kind in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, what we've been noticing on the event landscape is that persons are thriving and striving for more connection. Yeah. The reality is that after COVID, I think we had a slum, and now people just want to come out of their house. And when you consider this new AI technology that is happening, people really want more human connection, and so therefore developing an event like this just to get in families and catering for families to come out and have fun and be educated, I think is a big step forward with regards to events being produced. Because normally, we just have a party as adults. Normally, we have a family day, and that is more like a corporate setting. In this instance, I just creating a whole new bias for the public.
Right. Now, tell us, what can patrons expect when they attend Honeyfest?
Well, there are 3 pillars that we're having at Honeyfest. Mm-hmm. One of them is education.
Right.
We're going to talk about sustainability. We're going to talk about saving the rainforest. We're going to talk about pollinators. We're going to talk about planting flowers and that type of thing. That's education. And then we're going to talk about the commerce. We're going to have about 50 commercial vendors, all from 15 of which are going to be honey producers. And then the rest will fill up with products and services that link to honey, but some of them just pure nice entertainment. And we'll have that here as well. And then the Buzz Concept. We do games, we do activities, we do team builders. So basically that aspect of entertainment, that'll be there, and have good DJ, good music, and good fun.
Yeah. How does this festival, aim to educate? Because you mentioned that is the first one, that is something that we can look forward to. But how does the festival aim to educate the public about the role bees play in the environment?
Well, a lot of times people don't know. People just assume a bee could be a pest or an insect in your house, and you spray it and you get rid of it, and that's. A lot of times people don't know that bees are the most important living organism in the world. and 70% of the food that we consume is linked directly to bees. And so when you understand how important they are as a pollinator, I think it brings it home to understand of food sustainability or food and biodiversity is linked directly to bees and bee farmers. So in essence, I think that's the core elements of the education. And then we have a few professionals from the Ministry of Agriculture, from ICA, and a few lectures we have in our lecture classroom. So for the entire duration of the event, we have lectures back to back, talking about how to be a bee farmer, what you should do if you're interested in becoming one, what are some of the tricks of the trade that you're supposed to know about the industry, and many things about bees. Yeah, so that's one part. And again, people will leave with the knowledge of knowing that, yeah, if they have been in your house, you should just open the window. Just let them out. Don't spray them, you know?
Yeah. And now you have started touching on it, but maybe just expand and give us a bit more. Why are bees considered so important to food production and biodiversity, like you mentioned?
Well, the thing is, when we started planning this event, we didn't know it would have gone this far. We initially wanted to have a more entertaining event, but as we got deeper and understood that this is about more saving ourselves, it's about more saving our country. And a lot of times people don't talk about the biodiversity as much. They know we have policies on this, but sometimes you need to have an active event that showcases the public. Hey, this is something that is very important. And I think for the first time we are getting to focus on an insect, but also focus on the business of honey farming, and knowing that by supporting honey farmers, by you just buying, if you're going up Valencia and you buy a bottle of honey on the side of the road, know that you're actually saving the environment by doing so. It provides that link between the purchase of honey and the business of it, but also saving the environment.
Yeah. Now, is there an interest in, or is there a growing interest in beekeeping and honey production in Trinidad and Tobago?
Of course, worldwide, honey is liquid gold. And if people understand, I mean, right now, poverty brought some honey. So again, it is something in which I feel that people know how healthy honey is as an alternative sweetener as well. And the reality is it's a superfood. It's the only thing that doesn't spoil, and one of the only foods that doesn't spoil. And so therefore, when you get to know how to use it, and that's what a lot of the persons who are doing the catering going to be showing you demos of how to use honey. What they could use are like going to be soaps, shampoos, a lot of different things that bring the use of honey to life. And I think that's why this event is so significant.
Wow. And how can, the average person help protect bees as well as support environment sustainability?
Well, again, I keep on saying, if you have a little garden, plant some flowers. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how much honey, how much plants or flowers a bee may visit on one trip out of the hive? Guess.
Let's see. We're talking about flowers here, so it has to be like a mass, like about 20-something, 30-something.
Right, you're right. And I thought so too. It's closer to between 50 and 100 flowers.
Wow.
A bee would make on one trip. And so we plant a few more flowers, we hook the bees up with a lot more pollen. And a lot more pollen would mean a lot more honey. So it's along those lines that we're going to provide that education. But at the same time, we want people to understand that let's support the bees as well as the kids. Because sometimes people see bees as probably a pest. And it's certainly not. They are all like hard-working, sustainable, like team players. And I think we want to make sure people understand that.
Yeah. And along those lines, what is one misconception about bees and, along those lines that you want to fix this morning or change if you can?
I get the feeling that if some people even come into the festival was worried that they would have bees here and bees would sting them. And most of the times when you look, like if you go on, we have on our page, we created Honeyfest TT on Instagram. If you go on Honeyfest TT and just click through some of the videos and that kind of stuff that we have, and even watch like Netflix documentary that talks about the secret life of bees, you will understand that these things don't sting you, you know. You have to trouble them. Like, if you trouble them, they would have trouble you. So most of the time, you can even handle bees, have it on your hand without being stung. And in Trinidad, for example, we have a strain of stingless bees that will not sting you. So it's things along those lines. Like, those are a lot of misconceptions and so on. People assume that these things are pests, and I think we want to change that mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. And the message, you know, that Buzz Concepts hope people leave with after attending the festival, what would that message be?
Just protect the environment. Be a little more be a little more sustainable mindset. We have people like Glastics who will be coming and talking about recycling plastics. We have Car TT that will be coming and showing EV cars and to understand the sustainability and we'll be using cars that don't have high emissions. We have a person coming from, of course, the Ministry of Agriculture talking about being sustainable in your living and practices. I think this event pinpoints exactly that.
Yeah.
We as humans need to be a lot more sustainable in our planning. Even in our execution, we're going to be saving all the plastics at the event site here to ensure that we can recycle it. So it's that type of mindset that we are in, and we want people to just accept it and move on with it.
Absolutely. And the activity side of things, what activities are planned for children and even families that would attend the festival?
One time for the kids, free face painting for the kids. We have bouncy castles. We have games that people will be playing. We have some good food samples. I would tell you, like, one of the nicest things I've heard was Bees ice cream. So we got Bees ice cream on board, and they're celebrating 40 years this year. So we're excited about that too. But when the conversation with them, we ask all the food providers to infuse honey into their meals. We just say, okay, what we're gonna do? We're gonna launch a new ice cream. And I said, so how are we gonna serve it? They say we're going to fry it. Have you eaten fried ice cream before?
Ooh.
So they're bringing a new honey ice cream, gonna fry it and serve it with, of course, the necessary garnish and all these different things to make it look sexy. And I think when I have event like producers and caterers bringing that kind of magic to this event, I feel that that's over the top already. It's because people are going to, again, it's not only shrimp. We have even the doubles man making a honey sauce to add to the doubles. So I think the sampling and the food and all these other things that will happen, and I think it's going to be over the top and allow people to enjoy honey in a whole new way and in one space.
Absolutely. And could Honeyfest become an annual event here in Trinidad and Tobago?
We have the date and we have the venue already for next year. We already planned, booked the venue already. So it's going to be on the 22nd of May. So today is the 22nd, right? It's going to be on the 22nd of May, Saturday 22nd at Marvin Lee Stadium, 2027.
Wow.
So yes, it's going to be an annual event. Listen, it's such a critical event that I honestly feel that it has to be an annual event. Yeah. This a level of awareness that we have to create. It's changing people's minds. And I think if we don't do it, we'll be lapsing. And I don't want to lapse.
I like that. And you mentioned the dates and the location. So let's talk about for this weekend.
This weekend. So I am right now nestled in the heartbeat of St. Augustine. We are at the Department of Creative and Festival Arts. I put on my hat because I know the sun coming out. The setup team is going to be here at 9 left this morning at 2 o'clock. And I think we are about 70% complete with the infrastructure. So now we're just going to put down the depot. So it is Department of Creative and Festival Arts on Gordon Street in St. Augustine, right next to Heward Law School. That's like right behind me here. And you basically, for parking and logistics, you can park in the law school. And if that car park is full, most likely it will be, you can park at the secondary school. And we'll have shuttles bringing you across.
And what time can persons start coming out?
Well, we know, but most of my neighbors are coming out around 10 o'clock, but the event opens at 11. Right. And we go until 7 or a little later. Just to ensure that we capture the whole essence of these things. Yes. Some people will come out later, some people come early. We just want to ensure that people have a fantastic time. The venue is laid out beautifully already. It allows for people to maneuver and enjoy the space. And again, all the risk management considerations are taken because we're going to apply all the necessary event planning best practices. So we're there. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. You want to find out where to get tickets then? And then you're going to...
Yes.
Right. We're going to get tickets at CLX gyms, and that's the premium gym CLX, and they are in Sandy Grande, Center of Excellence on Port of Spain. I think some tickets have been sold out at Mohammed's bookstore in Tunapuno. We're going to replenish some of those, but I can't. That's happening today. But those are sold out, and as well Island e-ticket online. We're encouraging people to get their tickets there. I know, and I'm not. I wish I could say that I am like, sometimes promoters will say, "Oh, tickets running out."
Right.
Tickets are running out. Like we know that it will be borderlining like when we're going to close off, and I do feel that by sometime today we'll close off the Island e-ticket website with regards to tickets, because it's oversubscribed. And I mean, we're excited about it, but we want to ensure that the place is comfortable for the patrons who have already purchased the ticket. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Brandon, if persons watching on and they're still not convinced to go get a ticket to come be a part of this experience, what message would you leave with them this morning?
Well, what I think it was when we came up with the original idea and we submitted it, like we told people, we're gonna have Honey Fest, and 100 vendors wanted to participate. We said, wait, we want to something. We narrowed that 100 vendors down to 25.
Wow.
Then the honey producers was plenty that wanted to be part of it, and we narrowed that down to a few as well. But then we said, you know what, we need to beef up the event with certain sponsors now. So one time Blue Waters was on board. Then we had, of course, my company, Buzz Concepts. We have Pixel Plus doing the screens and stage and all of that kind of thing. We have Cotton Grounds. They do massages. So they're going to come and give free massages through it. There's Appleville Catering, and I'm talking to my brethren, Katie. I'm saying, Katie, you can't be giving away all this good food. But he said, Brendan, I'm bringing food for them. And that's baby back, honey, glazed ribs and shrimp. And I don't know why he's doing all of this, but that's what he's doing. We have face spaces, and as you pre-face painting, then we have cool zones, so we have a few pots of food, so the cool thing, and we have a canopy as well, so people can be under the sun. I'm not having full sun. You have, of course, cocktail tables and that kind of stuff to lay out through the venue, so it feels like an all-inclusive, but for a minimum price of $60, and you get to bring a kid. So, it is a true win-win for anybody who thinks that, listen, you're home Saturday, you're saying, wait now, it's 10 o'clock. Let me pick up myself and go and enjoy the evening, because reality is you could go cinema and spend $300.
Right.
Or you could come to an event like this and really experience life, be educated. This is a whole new level of edutainment. And I think that is what we're trying to bring to the Trinidad public,
Yes, absolutely. Now, Brendan, can you just, leave the public with one fun fact about bees that, they probably heard before, did not hear before, but something that they can definitely take away to help shift that mindset a bit?
Honey Fest is about creativity, sustainability, education, and we could easily always say, you know what, let me go a little party, let me go out back, let me go and drink up something, or some people could say, you know what, let me just stay home and watch TV. I feel that there's opportunities for us to interact, build, and grow agriculture on a whole different level, and use events like these to showcase the agriculture and sustainability. Could be fun, could be engaging, could be educational, as well as hit home with regards to this overall plan of having better food production, and making us a lot more sustainable in food production as a country. Our import bill could be reduced by just encouraging these. So the simple things like these, I think, will change our lives, and I feel like people should come to the event just for that, if that's alone. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you so much, Brendan, for coming on this morning and being a part of the conversation and giving us insights on what we can expect and some more knowledge to walk away from as well pertaining to bees and pollination.
Let people follow us on Honey Fest TT on Instagram.
Yeah.
We will be putting up, like this morning, I did some drone shots and that kind of stuff. I'll put up those drone shots. We're also going to have a video showing people how to access the venue, where to come from, and how to drive to it. We also have the parking and logistics plan as well. So all of that will be placed there so that people get additional information.
Thank you. And you'll hear that straight from him himself. You know, just keep following that page, Honeyfest TT, and go get your tickets. He seems passionate about it, and to me, he sold it. He absolutely sold the experience. It's something.
I'll be signed. I'll sign up and get the puppy signed.
Yeah, it's something you don't want to miss for this weekend plans. You have nothing to do, you're just at home. Go on out and be a part of this experience. You're getting lots of good food, and it's showing you what you can do with the honey right here that we're getting in Trinidad and Tobago. So what else are you looking for? Brendan, thank you so much again. Guys, as we wrap up today's show, we want to thank our guests for coming on and giving us some insights and informative information on how we can spend our weekend this weekend and not be at home doing nothing. So they're giving us things to do for the weekend that we have ahead of us. And as I always say to close, stay safe, stay informed, stay positive. Do have a great and safe weekend as well. Up next, we do have Sean Michael Smalls at 8 with Talking Points, so you'd want to come back for that. And I'll see you again next week. Have a great week and a great Friday, guys. Bye.
WESN.
Bill and Ruth fell in love with the Benjamin Moore color Dry Sage, but they tried to match it using another brand's paint.
I mean, it's close enough.
Almost identical, really. Yeah, there it is.
Never trust another paint to be a Benjamin Moore color.
Are you driven, ambitious, and ready to earn? WESN, the content capital, is expanding, and we're looking for dynamic media sales executives to join our team. Sell powerful advertising solutions across television, digital, and social media platforms, and help brands tell their story. If you have strong communication skills, a passion for sales, and the drive to succeed, join WESN today. Send your CV to marketing@wsncc.com or WhatsApp 6861662 and start building your future.
Our award-winning show is back, and this season promises to be even more exciting than before. What's Up, Doc isn't just a title. It's a call to action for anyone who wants to improve their health and well-being. Join us on this thrilling ride towards better health on WESN Content Capital.
The home of Caribbean content is growing, and we welcome you to be a part of the #1 platform for young personalities who are driven to make a positive impact in society. As we continue to reach every corner of Trinidad and Tobago through our daily broadcasts, our social media pages, or through our 75+ digital billboards across the nation, contact us to learn about our competitive rates via marketing@wesncc.com or call us at 628-5835. WESN Content Capital, television with a difference.